increasing the osmolarity of plasma and drawing water from it. Hansraj Rawat ji, I would request you to please mute. Hansraj Rawat, please mute yourself. So, urea methyl alcohol will penetrate the eye, and most agents effective dosing will occur by plasma osmolarity has to increase by 20 to 30 milliosmol per liter. Now, coming to low molecular weight substance, urea has a greater effect on osmolarity than mannitol. And agents confined to extracellular space, that is mannitol, will have a greater effect on osmolarity than urea. So, the drug will rapidly enter the eye and produce a less change in osmotic gradient than less rapidly entering the eye. So, 1 to 2 gram per kg per day is the dosage that is given. Glycerol is most widely used oral hyperosmotic agent, 50% solution in a dose of 1.5 to 3 ml. It can be given repeatedly, high frequency of nausea and vomiting, and because it has high kilocalorie per gram of energy, so it can lead to diabetic ketoacidosis. We should give it very carefully in diabetic patients. Now, major disadvantage of mannitol is that it causes cellular dehydration. So those patients who are getting, what are the most common things to do before and after mannitol? You have to first take the BP of the patient. After mannitol is given, you have to check the patient for any dementia or disorientation, especially in older patients. So these are the timing of glycerol and mannitol. So the peak effect of mannitol will come from 30 to 60 minutes, glycerol from 45 to 120 minutes. There are various side effects that are given: nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal cramp, angina, congestive heart failure, headache, diuresis, diabetic ketoacidosis, etc. Now, coming to average additive IOP drop. So, when you give prostaglandin analog, 14 to 30%, carbonic anhydrase inhibitor, 16 to 20, alpha agonist, 19%, meiotic, 6 to 17%. So, this is when you are adding beta blocker to these drugs. When you are adding prostaglandin analog, the same changes are a little different. Now, neuroprotection. This is a concept in which the apoptosis is the predominant cause for retinal ganglion cell loss and glaucoma. What does it mean? We have to give neuroprotection, targeted treatment of retinal ganglion cell to reduce the cell death. Now, neuroprotection has to be independent of IOP. We can control the glutamate and calcium expression. Neuroprotection is an indirect treatment. Hansraj Rawat, what is your problem? Glutamate, intracellular calcium increases, calcineurin, tumor necrosis factor alpha, other nerve growth factors. So, what is the pathology? Whether there is increase in IOP, whether there is a genetic factor, whether there is a loss of trophic support, whether ischemia is happening. Optic nerve damage can be prevented by neuroprotection. This is the pathway. So, there are various causes that can lead to retinal ganglion cell death, like smoking, lack of exercise, then the excessive glutamate stimulation, nitric oxide, lot of pathways are there which are being targeted by various new drugs. You need to understand the concept of adherence, compliance, and persistence. What is compliance? Compliance means we tell you to check the compliance of the patient. What does it mean? Patient is having 4 drops in his hand. Now you have to ask the patient which drop he is putting at what time and whether he is putting it daily or not. So, adherence means cooperation of the patient with the recommendations given by the doctor. Suppose I tell you that you should put the drop 3 times in your eye and you are putting the drop only once in your eye. So, that is not compliance. Then, what is persistence? It is defined as the length of time during which the patient is taking the medication as prescribed. हमने आज किसी को दवाई लिखी और वो जना 1 महीने तक डालता रहा. हमारे पास जब 3 महीने आया, 3 महीने बाद आया तो बोलता है कि मैंने 1 महीने तो डाली थी, उसके बाद में मैंने 2 महीने से दवाई नहीं डाली. So this patient is not persistent. What is white coat compliance? White coat compliances, patient knows that he has to visit glaucoma clinic or come for IOP checkup. So within 7 days, he will start putting the drops. But before that, he was forgetting to put the drops. What is discompliance? There are diseases in which the patient is having physical problems. Example, arthritis. It can decrease the ability to put the eye drops. An alliance is when the patient's relatives, wife, daughter, son, anybody is helping him in treatment. So no drug will work unless it is taken. So we need to know that whether the treatment is being taken or not. Rate of non-adherence has remained between 30 to 70%. What are the various types of non-adherence? Failure to take the medication as prescribed, including underdosing, overdosing, inadequate dosing, and wrong timing of dosing. Suppose prostaglandin analog is being put at 7 a.m. in the morning when it should ideally be put at 9 p.m. That is failure to take the medication as prescribed. Failure to use the correct medication, including the application of wrong medication or self-administration of not prescribed drugs. Failure to apply the medication correctly. So, including incorrect self-administration of the medication. Failure to continue applying the medication. So, because of the issue of cost, patient could not come due to lockdown, patient is feeling side effects, so they stop using the drug by themselves instead of seeking the doctor's opinion. So, new drugs have come. What are the new drugs that have come? New drugs that have come are, Ropressa, latanoprostene Bunod, Buclatin. These are the three new drugs that you should be aware of. We will see them one by one in detail. So Netar-Sudil, which is market name Ropressa, is available and approved by FDA since December 2017 for treatment of glaucoma. It is going to increase the aqueous outflow, lower the episcleral venous pressure, and reduce the aqueous production. It is a Rho kinase and norepinephrine transport inhibitor. Latanoprostene Bunod, it got FDA approval in November 2017. What it is going to do? It is going to increase the uveoscleral pathway and trabecular meshwork both. And it is hence going to reduce the IOP by two different mechanisms. Now coming to Ropressa, it got the FDA approval last year in 2019. It is the only drug with four mechanisms of action: increasing fluid outflow through the trabecular meshwork, uveoscleral meshwork, reducing the IOP production, and reducing the episcleral venous pressure. So we are going to just revise very quickly. Beta blockers, you are all aware of. Timolol is the main important drug that you should remember. It is going to reduce the IOP 20% approximately to 30%, 2 times a day. Allergy, punctate keratitis, corneal anesthesia, blurring, irritation, bradycardia, bronchospasm, hypotension, and heart block can occur. Then, if we come to prostaglandin analog, they are going to increase the uveoscleral outflow and decrease the outflow resistance. Latanoprost, travoprost, etc., they are going to reduce the IOP by 25 to 30% at least. Once daily dosing, and the side effects are not going to happen on the systemic level. They are going to only happen local side effects, which we have dealt with in detail. Now coming to adrenergic agonists, which are the brimonidine. IOP reduction is 20 to 30%, 2 to 3 times per day, and follicular conjunctivitis, it is contraindicated under the age of 2 or 5 years. Now, carbonic anhydrase inhibitors are going to act by decreasing the aqueous production, ocular blood flow. Drugs are dorzolamide and brinzolamide. They are going to decrease the IOP only by 15 to 20%, and the dosing is 3 times per day. And they are going to cause, as a side effect, blepharoconjunctivitis, punctate keratopathy, blurred vision. And lastly, pilocarpine is going to improve the outflow facility. But since it has to be given 4 times per day and the side effects are severe, angle fluctuation potential, induced myopia, iris cyst, etc., so it is avoided these days. Now coming to fixed dose combination. What does fixed dose combination means? It means that a particular patient has to be given more than one drug. So prostaglandin analog with beta blocker. What is the name of such a drug? Maybe Travoprost. You can see single bottle is going to have Travoprost and Timolol. So, Travoprost is the drug. Carbonic anhydrase inhibitor with beta blocker. Dorzox-T is an example of such a drug. Dorzolamide with timolol. Then alpha agonist with brimonidine, timobrimo, which is available in your free drug supply also. Alpha adrenergic with carbonic anhydrase inhibitor. You can see brinzolamide with brimonidine combination. So when a patient is having the need to put 4 drops, we can give him in only 2 bottles to this particular combination here. What is the most important thing to remember? It is that each and every patient of glaucoma deserves the right to see and must live a long life with vision. So you need to have a long-term strategy. Improve the quality of life of the patient by reducing the side effect of the drug, by increasing the compliance of the drug and lowering the IOP with 100% adherence, low risk and long term. The options of the medicines and surgery, etc., have to be dealt with the patient one by one. Also, guidance and counseling with proactive approach. What does it mean? When the patient is coming to the clinic, the history has to be taken regarding the medicines. Also, the medicines have to be told to the patient to go home and maintain a diary. With the diary, you can check how many times the patient is putting the drop actually or not. What do we ask the patient to write in the diary? माता जी अंकल जी वट एवर एक तरफ आप तारीख लिख लीजिए, डेट. आज की डेट है जैसे 14 अगस्त, 14 अगस्त, 15 अगस्त, 16 अगस्त, ऐसे एक महीने की डेट्स लिख लीजिए. उसके बगल में वक्त लिख लीजिए जिस वक्त आपने वो बूंद की दवा डाली आंख के अंदर. तो वो बूंद की दवा आंख के अंदर डाल करके एक महीने का आपको रिकॉर्ड दिखाएंगे तो आपको पता चलेगा कि उनकी बहुत सारी डोज मिस भी हुई होंगी. जिनकी डोज मिस होती है उनका आईओपी कंट्रोल नहीं होता है. ऐसे में वो अंधेपन की शिकार हो जाएंगे. ये बात मरीज को समझाना आपकी ड्यूटी है. उनको दवाई लिखने से सिर्फ उनकी आंख का प्रेशर कम नहीं हो जाएगा, ये सारी बात समझानी पड़ेगी. थैंक यू वेरी मच. I would request that Mr. Please stop speaking. So I would request that Kiran, you should take the attendance and give the list to me.